I worked for a fellow nonprofit organization that worked with families and trauma and violence against women and children. And I worked very closely with CASA and Tracy, our executive director. They interviewed me. They saw that my experience working in a nonprofit and my specialization in trauma would be a good addition to the board. And a few years later, I got to be the board vice president. Well, I think that CASA has done a deep dive internally as to who we serve. And we serve all children in the foster care system, regardless of race, gender, sexual orientation, background. And so when we look at our mission to serve those children, we have to do our best to meet them where they're at. So we have taken it upon ourselves to diversify not only our volunteer base, not only our advocates, but our staff and our board members, so that we're bringing in experiences to match those of the population that we serve. And I think that is tremendous because we have so many different perspectives and so many different experiences all around the table, creating these new policies for kids in our community to do better and to serve better. We will never be right because we're always learning, and that is what we, especially as a board, understand. You know, we're always questioning the policies that we made a year ago. You know, they're never going to be good enough because the world is constantly changing, and so we're constantly changing. So personally, I know that from my education, learning about trauma, we look at it through a sociological lens. So how does somebody's background impact their experiences? It's more than just reading, because people aren't just stories. And it's listening to people and talking to people that are different than me. And they're gonna have different experiences, they're gonna have different stories, and a lot of times those experiences are very different than mine. But that doesn't make them any less real. It doesn't make them contradictory to what is out there. And listening, and I carry that with me. So when I make a policy or I'm working with somebody, those stories are with me and are impacting me still to this day. I think it's fantastic that we have such a diverse board, but not only just in race and in ethnicity, but experiences. You know, I come from a trauma background and somebody else is going to come from more of a corporate background. And being able to see people so different from each other working together to better the kids and our community, and it's really powerful. And it's right here happening in Warren, Somerset, and Hunterdon County.